Hey everybody, it's Glidercat and it's time to play. We're back in Evospace and we're just getting the first little nuggets of coke coming into our little power generation setup. So let's see. Let's find out what we've done wrong. I can see what we've done. I can see what we've done wrong already. We don't have any way for our atmospheric condenser to generate power. Anyway, we'll get to that. A couple things first. So we're top of the episode. Let me just tell you, we're going to continue working on the power plant here and scaling it up to maybe 2 or 3 lines. We'll see what we can do. Let me show you what I've done with the coke. We ran this belt of coke here at the end of the last episode. I just put some supports in here for aesthetics. And I'll show you what I did. We had to dig out a little bit of a trench here. And I'll show you what I did. We may change it. Everything's potentially temporary. Let me get the daylight on here. It's pretty dark. That's a little tiny better. But you can see what I mean when I was talking about last episode. When we close off these rooms, they stay dark no matter what. Unless it's nighttime and then the lights kick on. But during the day, it's kind of dark. Anyway, so yeah, I just ran a belt off of this existing line of coke and sending it through that way. Now we've got 2 coke lines here running, and it is draining the belt, so we may be in trouble. It is feeding both. This steel line, this is feeding our steel production. I don't think that's going to consume a ton of coke long term. I think most of the reason why these belts are exhausted is we're just starting to fill up this one. We'll see how much power gets generated from the coke, and that'll determine how much throughput we need. We can always do like a second story and have that just feed this same belt if we need to. But yeah, what we need to do now is get power to that generator. Now we are gonna produce power at some point, so we really just need a little bit to seed the process here. It'd be nice if I could just like put some water in here into our steam generator. And that would really get things going, because this guy would generate electricity and we could run a wire back to our atmospheric condenser. Let's pick a recipe on this guy before I forget. Water. Insufficient power. Are we getting a free one? Well, it'd be nice if we got a little free dose of water there. I don't think we do. Insufficient kinetic. We could temporarily throw a... We could throw a heat pipe off our furnace here. Yeah, that guy's got the kinetic energy. We could throw a heat pipe underneath, feed a Stirling engine. Why don't we do that? Let's do it from below. I'm going to have to dig a little. I knew I was going to have to dig under here anyway. So yeah, we'll throw a Stirling engine up there. We'll power it with some heat off of the furnace. And that'll get us our first little batch of kinetic energy. And then we can quickly switch it over to just using electricity from the generator. Okay, what I do, probably need to go back up top and find the furnace. And it is pretty dark down here. Yeah, it's really dark. I can hardly tell what I'm doing, to be honest. Let's try and brighten it. It's not helping a lot, is it? There's a big stone. Shouldn't take too terribly long. Let's hop back up. I just want to drill down next to this guy so I know where it's at. In fact, I can just hop down here. In fact, well, we're going to have to take that out. Put a heat pipe. Boom. Can I hop down here? It's not going to let me, right? Nope. All right, we'll just fill it. Oh, we'll leave it. We're going to tear that out later. And... while I'm up there, let me place the Stirling engine. Get rid of this guy. Make sure he doesn't drop through the ground, because we don't want to lose that guy. I think I got it. That's not going to be useful to us. Let's do a heat pipe here. And then I think I have some Stirling engines on me. Check the inventory. Thought I did. Nothing. I don't see any. And it kind of makes me wish I would have kept the copper ones that I had, because I'll make one out of steel here, but I don't think we're going to need it again after this little temporary effort. In the meantime, while that's crafting, let me get some, or clear some inventory space here. Get rid of some of this dirt. And yeah, we're going to get more dirt. I'll probably need it the minute I throw it away. Same thing with some of the stone. I'll keep this stone just in case. All right. Do we have our Stirling? We do. Let's pop that guy into place. Again, I think hopefully we can store enough charge to switch over to the electric motor and not have that be a problem. Here's our heat pipes we need to connect up for. We probably need to make some more of these too. Boom. And like that. And that. Hopefully we'll see those heat up. I think are we not feeding coke in? Let's find out. Let's find out what the problem is. If I can get up here. All right, inserter, what's the deal? Are you not? Oh, do I have to grab the heat from above this top of this thing? I might. Oh man, that's a drag. That's a bit of a drag, isn't it? It is indeed. But we know how to grab stuff off the belts now. So instead of doing this routine, let's take this out. We'll go down there and reclaim those in a second. Fill this back in. Come here, right click on the belt. Just grab a couple nuggets of coke is probably all I need. Come back under here. If I can get under here, let's reclaim that heat pipe. Grab all this heat pipe out. We'll just throw a little furnace down here temporarily. I think I got one in my pocket. And we can hand feed that guy coal as well. I don't know if I need to put this on a block or not. Where's our furnace? We've got an extra one, right? Right here. Boom. Will you snap in or not? That works. Right click and we'll just place that coal. Now that thing should heat up. Good. Let's hop out of here. Maybe drilling as we go, because we know we're going to need to drill this out anyway. Come up top and see if we can get that spinning, get some water. Once we get water in the system, we'll let this run for a little bit. Then we should be good. We should be good. This guy, hopefully, just take a look and see. Now, I don't know if I need a pump to pump the water. We didn't need it for the automatic forest, right? We didn't need to pump anything. Let's pick research while we're waiting. I'm just going to pick the first one. Boom, off we go. Okay, we got water here. It's not making its way out. Now, could be the pipes are different. But I thought we had them right. Let's take a look at our construction menu. See if there's a water pump. I think I may have seen a pump, but I don't think that's what we need. But let's just walk through here. Generator, cutting machine, drilling rig. Nope, nothing there that I can see that we need. I don't think there's anything missing. Let's turn on the daylight. It's not so dark. Boom. And do a little troubleshooting here. The only thing I can think of now is we're piping this in a little backwards. So it's possible that the water needs to come in on the other side. Let's try it. It's not hard to do. or experiment with, I don't think. We'll have to hopefully grab that pipe. Let's knock this out, get this out of the way. And let's first just see if we can, if that works. It sure shouldn't work because it looks, yeah, right? That looks like it matches up with that for sure. But let's try it for the heck of it and just confirm what appears to be obvious. All right. Look at this. Isn't that strange? So now it is working. So those connectors are a little bit deceiving, but it must mean out. You know, one must mean input and one must mean output. Not necessarily that you match them, but one's input, one's output. Easy enough. In fact, it's probably even better. Let's take this out and make it look better now that we know how it works. So that little dotted line pipe seems to mean that's your output. Okay, we'll take that off and take this off. Hopefully we're reclaiming all that. And let's just spin our boiler around. That should do it. That should be all we need to do. Just like that. Right? Yep. No problem at all. Let's hop up. Well, let's see. I would love to hop up on something and see if I can get that pipe routed. Maybe up here? 9. Boom. You to you. Oh, look what we got going on here. We tried. Come on. Now we could. It might be we got power now and it just doesn't know where to go. Cool. All right, we've got some power stored up. Let's. This is cool. I'm happy with this. Let's come down here and let me put cable. How much cable do I have? 22. Let's put that in slot 0 here. All right, I got it on slot 7. Okay. Boom, boom. And we want to take up this guy now. We don't need it. Right? All this can come out. In fact, before I do it, before I fall down that hole, let's put a piece of cable here. And let's put the generator back in. This guy. Rotates. Oops, that's right, like that. I think we'll hop underneath, tear up all this temporary power generation. We don't need it now that we've got this thing seated. Got some power waiting in the turbine. Let's take out some of this dirt so we can get under here. Yeah, the multi-tools, boy, it's going to be nice as we upgrade these because you're not seeing as much of the digging I've been doing between episodes, but it is slow. All right. 7 on the toolbar. Let's knock that guy. And then how far do we want to take this? Yes, we can come this way. And then boom. Boom. Let's see if it works. We're in kind of a closed loop, so we may not get to see it actually do its thing. That should be working. Let's see. Does this guy show power? Yeah, it shows it's producing power. So that's it. Infinite power. Not quite. We got to scale this up quite a bit, most likely for it to be of any use. Yeah, so boy, we're going to have to do some experimenting, right, to figure out how much coke we need to pump into this place. Like, I'm not sure if I can just pull off of this existing belt. Maybe that's how we start. We've got the equipment to do 2 full sets. At least we made the equipment to do 2 full sets. Let's start dropping this down. That looks about right. Maybe... Let's just do the starting part of each line and see how many we're going to be able to fit in here, and that'll determine how tightly we need to pack this, or how tightly we feel we should. I think it's this way, right? We need a spot for the generator and then the belt. So a spot for the generator, then the belt. And then right now we've been going just one spot. So let's get a couple more, one more atmospheric condenser built. Let's place the one we've got here, the third row. I think we were leaving the space. Yeah, we might not be able to do it. Or we can extend this out a little bit and get four lines running per floor. That seems pretty cool to me. And we'll just have to see if the coke can keep up. So yeah, then we need the generator, right? A generator. And then the belt next to the generator here. And then a space and an atmospheric condenser. I mean, we could get rid of the space, but I don't want it so packed in. I like having at least a clear path through. We're going to have something in the way here. And we can do all the electricity underground, and we're going to need to find a way to run electricity up the wall back here somehow so we can keep feeding the generators. Like we'll run a power line underneath here to feed all the generators. And then on the ceiling, you're going to see the power line going across the ceiling to feed the generators on the second floor. So there'll be a generator here and then a belt. So we're going to have to come off a little bit further here. That's all right. Right? Generator and a belt. And then maybe a space. And then we're going to need room for a stairway as well. Right? So we may extend out this way quite a bit more. Awesome. Very cool. Let's, should we just build this out? Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it now. We won't scale up the power plant beyond these 4 lines. We won't go up a floor yet till we see if this design is going to prove to work. We need to think about, yeah, how much coke we're going to produce. In fact, why don't we just complete the first 2 lines and then start routing power around? And then we'll leave these 2 lines. We'll build those in a little bit later once we have a better feel for how much coke we end up consuming. And if we can actually have 4 lines per floor and how that relates to the to our coke processing facility. But this looks pretty freaking sweet to me. All right. Yeah, so when I think we got enough to do 1 more line, let's see if we can pull this off. Oh, I have the hardest time finding my furnaces. Where is it? There you are. So that guy is here. Boom, boiler on top. And it is just like that. And then we need some pipe. Like here to here. Right. And then unfortunately, I got to hop up on a brick here. Let's do our robotic arm here, and then belts. Boom, 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 boom. And somehow we're going to have to get coke to this belt. I don't know if we'll just pull it off of there. We might start out that way temporarily and see how far we can get. All right, I just need to prop myself up on something. Let's do our turbine. It's this big dude. Something. How can I line this up? It's a little harder to tell on this guy. Is that it? No. I think 1 more over, right? Yeah, it should overlap with the robotic arm. So let's do that one more time. Where is he? Up here. And back one. Is that right? That looks like that might be right. Let's run some pipe and find out. You over to you. You. Cool. Got a little wasted space here. I don't mind in the least. And then generator. Bam. And then underground for the power network. Boom. Let's put our little motor over here. And a bit of electric cable there. And I think we made two. Oh, we got extra motors. Yeah. I have to remember to click kind of twice to get these guys selected. I think that is that. Let's temporarily run a belt here. I don't know if this is how we're going to end up doing it long term, but we can try and see. Whoops, did I run out of belts? Wow, I thought I made a ton of those, but I guess I've been putting them down pretty heavy. I've got some planks or some steel bars. Just going to click these one at a time so they kick out one at a time. But yeah, we'll run a belt coming off this way. What are we doing on robotic arms? We're doing all right. Boom. Something like that. Now, are we going to have to seed each one of these things with water? Probably. I could probably connect this water pipe temporarily to get it started. You know what I'm saying? I bet that would work. Or no, we got power. I can run power underneath, and that should kick everything off fine. Do I have this guy punching through? I do. Let's put the wire so we can easily see where we need to connect up. We'll hop on down. So dark. So dark. Do not like the dark down here. Ooh, amount of cables. Let's make some of those. All right. Here we go. What is it? 7. On a hot bar, bring that over. It's like, oh, do I need to do that? Or should I just connect these up? Like this. Let me think for a second. Could just connect these in series. Might be, yeah, let's do that. Like this, right? So these are all connected up, kind of. And that means the whole power network's connected up, and I can just do this. Let's hop up top. Let's turn it on the daytime. Let's hop up here and see if the next generator spins or even needs to spin. We can at least tell that we're getting water in here. I got to pick something on the atmospheric compressor, though. I didn't pick a recipe. It's got kinetic energy from our motor. Sweet. Let's set these while I'm thinking about it. And then while I'm thinking about it, let's pick a research. Boom. We'll just take the next thing in the list. I can't do that one. Let's do that one. Check it out. It's spinning. Nice. That looks sweet. That looks really, really cool. I think this will be fairly easy to scale upwards. We're going to have to keep going through these trees. That's one little minor issue. A bit of a nuisance. But I think when we're all done building, it'll look cool having the trees here. Actually, like if this is the pathway between the buildings, that's kind of cool, I think. I think it's kind of cool. I need to put a door on this side. Let's hop in And what we're going to do now, or what we can do next, see how it's dark in here even during the daytime? Drives me crazy. We got power here. We got this temporary get up. We don't want that. We want to run a power line over here somewhere. Now, I don't know if it should go underneath, right? If we should be kind of coming underneath. I could run underneath this belt, actually, power line if I want. Because it's going pretty much where we need to go. Wait, I'm in the wrong place. Sorry, went the wrong direction. That's coke for the iron supply. I would have to burrow out, but I could run a power line like underneath this walkway even. And just to connect that power up, that might not be a bad way to at least get it between the buildings here. And then we can go connect it up on the far end. I kind of like that idea a little bit. Or we could go underground. Like if we really didn't want to see it, we could go completely underground. Let's just take a look and see what it's going to look like here. Again, I apologize for the dark video. I can't do anything about it. It's just the way the lighting works right now in the game. There's no flashlight that I know of. Kind of wish I had it for when I'm working in dark spaces, but I don't have it. So I need to make more cable. But that's one option. We could run the cable kind of underneath this pathway that we've got between the buildings. It makes sense. It might look a little goofy just floating here, right? That's the only thing I don't like. I'm tempted to just put it underground, build a tunnel. The other thing we could do is hide it behind here. Like basically put brick blocks underneath each side. Maybe we'll worry about we'll worry about it later. Get some more of these guys going. And where is it? It's 7 in my toolbar, hotbar, I should say. Let's see how much I can get. Pretty close. Let's do a little drilling here towards the end of the episode. And see if we can't replace that that little boiler setup I think we have for, or that generator setup that we have for power over here on the coke plant. We want this thing to be powered by the electricity. That's kind of the whole point of the power plant. So we can run as much off electricity as we can, and then we can actually run a power line over to the steel platform and replace the all of the Stirling engines that we've got going over there. I think we've got those on those hammers, the automatic hammers, as well as the mining drill is using Stirling engines. And heat power, you can switch that all over to electric power. And the heat may be actually more efficient, but electric just feels better. It just feels better. That's kind of why I want to go electric. You may not agree with that approach. But yeah, again, I think the electric, it just makes more logical sense. All right. All right. So yeah, this little electric line was my kind of thinking of how we route power up between the floors here in the coke production facility. So all we got to do now is hook this line. Again, apologize for the darkness. This power line up to, where is it? Where is it? Am I going the wrong way? It is over here somewhere. Or it's going to be over here. Boy, it is dark. Man, I can't do much about it. I'll pick daytime here in a second. Let me just clear some of this. I don't know that it's going to help much, but it can't hurt. Let's do it. Daytime. Boom. Not much help. How am I doing on cable? I'm out of it. I got plenty of copper, though. Eventually, I'll need to replenish this. And this is one of those things, the wire, we could set up some automation on this just so we have a chest of cables waiting for us over near the copper mine, or we could route them anywhere we want, really. Here comes the power. How far do we need to come out? About here. And then down to here. Oh, nice. Nice. I think we got it. Let's take this stuff out. This was all our temporary generation. And it looks like it was getting ready to run, generate some power. So if stuff is working, we can probably assume I'm out of inventory space. We can assume that. Let's get rid of some stuff in here. I'm actually going to get rid of some coke. Got tons of this. Dirt to get rid of. That can all go. I'll hold on to the coke for now. I don't really need it. This little nub can come off. As can that. Let's just see if this guy has power. Yep, full on 4K. Or 6K now. I guess it's for kinetic energy. So the fact that it just increased when we took off the power cables tells me we're in good shape. Nice. Nice. Oh, I can steal that little... I don't know if I got it or I missed it. Yeah, I probably got it. I think it was a storage box. Nice, nice, nice. So this guy is powered, let's see, with an electric motor. And we'll go electric motors all the way up. That one's already got one set up for it, right? We were using the temporary... That's why I did that temporary generator to generate electricity rather than just going with heat pipes. Because I figured it'd be a little bit easier to switch over, which we just did. Next, we're going to run a power line over here and get rid of this guy, get rid of these Stirling engines, and go with power. And if the heat energy is more efficiency, why would you go with electricity? Just because. Just because I think it makes more sense to run electricity as much as we can. The heat pipes do look pretty darn sweet, but the challenge with the heat pipes is we got to route coal all over the place to generate the heat. And so my goal is we only need to route coal over to the power plant, and then we'll just run wires. And why is wires any better than routing a belt of coal everywhere? I don't know. Maybe it isn't. You know, maybe it isn't. Maybe you could just route coal everywhere and throw burners and everything down, or furnaces, and generate heat and do heat pipes. But the power, just the electric power just seems like it's going to be easier long term, even if it's less efficient. And now that we've got a basic little power plant up, we can start routing power from it, and we'll just see how much this guy can, how much power we need to generate once we start hooking everything up and we start actually consuming things more. Let's go ahead and pick the next research while we're thinking about it. Here, I see it blinking. I'm just going to pick the next one we can do. Solid dump. All right, that's it. Let's call this one an episode. This looks sweet, by the way. I hope you guys think this looks cool. It's not my work. I'm talking about the artwork associated with these models, of how neat the machines look. That just looks pretty cool to me. So I like it a lot. We've got the beginnings of our hopefully scalable power plant. And we've run power to our coke facility, which is hopefully also a scalable building that we can scale vertically. We have yet, like I said, to determine how much coke we need to put out per power line, per power generation line. But we'll see. We'll discover that over time. But I think what we're going to need to do next episode is run power line, like a lot of it. We'll go over to the copper mine, grab some copper, build a bunch of wire. Maybe I'll do that between episodes, get that queued up. But I literally want to run power all the way through here, feeding our little headquarters here. And then maybe even all the way out this way from that same power plant and just extend our power grid, and we'll see where things come up short. But yeah, I tried to look online to see if I could figure out where or how much juice you could run in a power line. I couldn't find any good information. So we can just experiment and find out for ourselves. Here's our copper plant. There's only one line that's really running here. These are all queued up with bars for us, and we'll turn that into cable. But we can run cable out here as well. And what do we got? We've got 3 Stirling engines right there that can be replaced, and a Stirling engine here on the mine that can be replaced. We won't need any of this heat energy. I don't think we need heat energy out here for anything. We're not making steam, and we're not making steel, so we don't need coke. And this whole coal line could be taken out, most likely. We'll see. But that's another reason for the power line. We can just run power underneath, and I think it's going to be a little cleaner. Anyway, enough of my babbling. I've said it enough. For now, this is Glidercat signing off, saying thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode.